Welcome back to Improvision Entertainment. My name is Thundermun, and this is Euro Truck Simulator 2. And I am going to be going from Bucharest to Mongolia, I think is what it was called. I'm still learning my places. Mongolia, both Romania. And that's the reason we're doing it. So we're actually still on the way to Turkey. To Istanbul, I should say. Where our home base is. But we are taking the purposeful long route. Let's turn on the headlights. We're taking the purposeful long route because we are trying to see cities that we haven't seen. Because, you know, eventually I'll be doing all the achievements, and right now my achievement progression is basically focused on hitting cities I haven't been to before. In addition to, you know, wanting to see content I haven't seen before and new stuff. As anybody who's watching the playlist, this is a brand new stream. I don't know how long it's going to grow for, because the reason I'm doing this stream anyway is because I am super effing tired, and I cannot sleep, and I have officially slept enough times that I am unable to fall back asleep, regardless of not feeling rested at all. I will say that between the time I last recorded and this time, I looked up a video tutorial of how you are supposed to approach European roundabouts, which means I have done more research into driving correctly as a European than most Americans ever will. But in any event, I think I understand how I'm supposed to approach multi-lane roundabouts. Around me right now, here where I live, just in this state, we have now like 2 or 3 roundabouts. I think people are slowly figuring out that they're safer. But I know how to work those. I got into an accident one time at a roundabout that was not my fault, even though I hit the person from behind. Let me explain. Okay, apparently I'm going to need to turn left up here. What happened was, I was at a roundabout. I was behind another car, approaching the roundabout. Like myself, the person. Oh, speaking of roundabouts, here we go. I think this is one lane though, so I'm fine. Okay, so. I learned that the middle circle thing there is actually for the bigger vehicles like I am, so it's okay for me to traipse over it. But in any event, so it was a single lane roundabout, and girl in front of me, I say girl because, you know, it was like college, but in any event, she was, she just came to a stop. I apparently have already shifted my gears incorrectly somehow. Professional that I am. She had come to a stop at the white triangles that you have before entering the roundabout, which I didn't know a lot about roundabouts at the time, but I'd been through that one enough to understand that what those triangles are for is for you to come to a stop if you cannot yield into the intersection. And so what happened was, she pulled forward beyond the triangles, and I looked to my left to make sure it was clear to enter the intersection. And it was, so I began yielding into the intersection. And I bumped her because she, for whatever reason, became unsure again about what she was doing and immediately came to a stop. And you know, I had an interesting interaction. That's one of my few negative stories personally with a police officer. Not a big deal, but he was absolutely hitting on her, and as much as I felt that like that wasn't a fair interaction that was going on, I also kind of like felt sorry for her as being hit on by this police officer. But what ended up happening was, dude gave me a ticket. But the thing was, I know my insurance company, and I called them up and I was like, here's the deal. There's not a lot of roundabouts. I think the cop may have been mistaken, didn't understand what was going on, because what ended up happening was, you know, you're not supposed to stop in the roundabout. And also, when you're entering the roundabout, you're supposed to be making sure that it's clear to enter on your left. right? You're supposed to be making sure... Oh, we got cops going, yoink! Oh wait, hold on. That's not what's happening! I thought they had blocked off the right side. Let's try that again. With less sucking. That was an appropriate amount of sleep deprivation for that to happen. Okay, in any event... Finding a new route, apparently. So you're supposed to be looking to the left to make sure it's clear for you to enter the intersection, but you're supposed to no longer be worrying about what's directly in front of you, because it's supposed to be... If it's clear to your left, it's clear for you to enter the intersection, basically. I'm going to go ahead and look at my map and see where it's having me go. Alright, well, on the upside, I'm definitely going to hit Calarasi, or whatever the name of that city is that I'm now approaching. So that'll be another one to mark off the list. So yeah, I called the insurance company, I explained what was going on, and apparently what had happened was, when they called me back, they were like, apparently the, oh, speeding. Apparently the, someone at the police had also, I guess, explained to the officer what was supposed to have happened, because they dropped the ticket. I've never had that happen before. They basically admitted I was not at fault, not to me, but to the insurance company, and the insurance company relayed to me that I wasn't going to have a court date and I wasn't going to have to go deal with the ticket. So that already gave me more experience with roundabouts than a number of Americans, but it did not prepare me for starting to play this game and getting multi-lane roundabouts. That's an entirely new experience. Let's see. It's about midnight. I've got 2 hours left in this trip. When do they expect me to arrive? Reservant. Okay. They expect me in 14 hours. So that means if I were to sleep now, it would be morning, so I could see more of the road, which would be more interesting to look at. And I would still have plenty of time to arrive, because it would basically give me 5 or 6 hours to make a 3-hour trip. So, this is not how I've been playing the games up to this point, but this is a very special circumstance, right? I want to see Europe. I've never been to Europe. I have no expectation that I will ever be able to see Europe in real life, in person. So this is one of my only opportunities to do so. It's one of the few things that was good about Watch Dogs Legion, being able to run around a city that wasn't freaking American. There aren't that many good things about that game, sadly. But, so I think I'm going to hit one of these rest areas up here. Calarasi. As I've said to plenty of other people who have been watching previously, please forgive me my pronunciations. If you're here in the chat and you're from Europe or anywhere else and you know how to say these names correctly, feel free to correct me, because I actually would like to learn how to say them right. But the real trick is that you just oh, okay, so if I take the right lane and then I use the right lane, then I can take the right-hand turn, or I can take the right-hand side of going straight through the roundabout. It's one of the things I learned. So, I'm going to come over here, and even though I don't at all need to rest right now, I'm going to do it just to make it daylight. And apparently raining. Now this, 4 hours remain in the job, which means if I see any road construction situations or things that would further delay me, I'm going to have to plow right through them and ignore them violently in order to get there on time. So you can all look forward to that. Now, okay, yes, second exit. So if I am in the right lane, then I can go through the intersection to the right That truck should come to a stop because I'm in the intersection. Because big vehicles can use basically the entire thing as a singular lane. And then I can go straight. I actually cannot tell if there is one lane or two lanes here right now, actually. I cannot for the... I think there's one lane? I think there's one lane. I mean, not one lane. I mean, I think there's one lane either direction. I am very happy that I made it daylight because I like... See, okay, wait, hold on. There's the thing with 3 slashes. There's the thing with 2 slashes. I'm trying to remember what I figured out this must mean. There's an off-ramp or something? Oh, no, railroad crossing. Crossing. That means crossing. Right, got it, got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Oh, you know what? Every other train in ETS and ATS has been exactly 6 cars long. So I did not properly count that. That was actually longer. That may have been 8. I keep waiting for Appalachia DLC so that we can have our glorious 20-plus cars of train... Excuse me? What's going on? 2 trains? Is that train coming to a stop? What am I experiencing right now? The train came to a stop? I don't know that that even happens in my country. Alright, we'll count it. We got the engine. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars, actually. But 2 sets of red, 2 sets of green, 2 sets of blue. That's nice. Oh, wait, hold on. No, okay, I thought it might have been 3 sets. 2 trains back to back? That was a totally new experience, actually. Apparently I'm on a slight hill because when I let go of the brake, I started to roll into that cop car. Also, to anybody who might be watching this in the YouTube playlist later from the beginning, I don't know if I said this, but I'm going to repeat myself a bunch of times because of the insomnia. I picked up every content DLC that wasn't like a paint job that I was missing for both this game and also ATS. So you have everything to look forward to. I'm yielding? I think in America that just would have been a 2-way stop. I just pulled willy-nilly into the intersection and hoped for the best. And then the best was okay.
Go straight on.
Alright. You don't get to drive through many residential neighborhoods in ATS. In fact, I can't much think of many. We tend to have ordinances that prevent trucks from entering residential locations. I once again didn't truly look every direction to make sure I was clear to do that, but hey, it worked out. If it were not a video game, I would have been super cautious. Okay, red slash means I am now leaving that city. It's an interesting facet of European road signs that I've had to learn, that I taught other people about that I did not know. Red slash on the... What? Wait, hold on. What's up ahead? Why am I getting... I've got like a loop... Oh, okay, it's a loop. It's a highway loop. I was looking at the red line crossing itself going, what is wrong with my... Bosira? I'm entering a small town that isn't on my map, Bosira? I can't believe it's 80 through this town. There are like driveways that lead up to this road. Why would... There's still certain aspects of European driving I don't quite fully comprehend. I wonder if I'm having trouble with traction because of the rain or something else.
Keep left and then turn left. Turn left.
Turning left. That wasn't really my intention, but... Okay, so go straight. You guys have some of the... Constantin? You guys have some of the most interesting on-ramps and off-ramps. Why didn't I just approach the highway from the other side rather than going across it and then around and then in a circle and then back? We got a big truck here who needs to let me the hell in. Thank you. For anybody just joining, I tend to go in-car either because I'm having trouble seeing past the, this is an interesting setup. What was that siren oh shit, oh shit. Well, look at me just swerving lanes. I'm not tired. You're tired. In any event, what I was trying to say was, I can't see my RPM, so it's hard for me. I have it on manual gear shift. I know it may not look it because I don't have a big steering wheel like a lot of people do, but honestly, if I got a steering wheel, I'd want a really nice one, and a really nice one is like $1,500, and I don't have that kind of money. That's just crazy. Also, at that point, I'd probably go back to playing Forza Horizon and Dirt and stuff like that, but in any event... Is there a problem over there? What is that? Okay. People previously wanted me to read the road signs so that I would read them incorrectly, but, Mangalia and Constantanja and Cernovada? I will probably get a street sign in a moment leaving that other place, so I'll have one more chance to try and say that name correctly. Alright, let's see if I can remember my miles to kilometers. So approximately 100 kilometers is 62 miles. So if I have 80 kilometers left, that should mean I have about 53 miles left, so I'm almost there. I could not read any of those. Oh, I didn't speed all the way up. Not that I was really having an easy time doing that. Sky, you gonna tell me to go straight?
Keep left.
Keep left. Works for me. Bulgaria, Manjala, Constane, Galachti? The other problem is that I read slow. If you hang around, that's something that you'll find out. That is a very commonly... Oh man, look at me swerving so bad. It's not actually that difficult to control these things anymore after I tweaked everything to work with the controller, but at the same time, I personally have a mental delay from the insomnia, so I wonder if I'm going to be close enough to whatever that question mark is to knock it off.
Right.
Probably not. I
And
probably
then
need to be
exit.
over on that road.
Exit. Right.
Oh, oh. Beautiful. Wonder if I damaged the cargo.
Go straight on.
Not a perfect indicator of how much you should slow down. I understand that that's instead of the yellow and black slash mark signs that we have in America for slow down. I can figure some of this out through context clues. It's one of the benefits of road signs being designed so that people who are illiterate can use them. But at the same time, that wanted me to go from 100 kilometers an hour to 80 kilometers an hour to probably 50 in the curve so that I wouldn't hit the barrier, which I did. So, whereas in America, it usually seems to be the yellow slash mark signs to slow down kind of mean slow down like 10, maybe 15 miles an hour. And if they mean more than that, there's a sign accompanying them that's... Oh, that's the big difference, actually, now that I think about it. In America, when the signs tell you to slow down, if you need to slow down more than 10 to 15, generally...
Keep right. And then turn right.
I'm just so tired right now. Alright, so, where am I going? I'm turning right. Okay. In America... Oh, that's a stop sign. But I guess that car determined that stop signs are suggestions? I've heard that. Mangalia discovered. Okay. In America, if you need to slow down a lot, there's usually a tiny little yellow speed limit sign that tells you how much you should slow down to. So you don't have to eyeball it. You don't have to guess. That's a nice bridge. That's a nice river. It's hard for me to keep track of, like, geographically what, like, river and stuff I'm at. I don't know if it's the case in Europe because I don't think I've seen one yet, but in America we've got these little green signs over to the side of the road that not every river, but many rivers are now denoted what river they are when you're about to go across them, like in front of the bridge. And that can be good for, you know, learning your geography. It's an interesting angle to cross railroad tracks. Our customers expect a delivery very soon. Make sure you arrive on time. I should be arriving on time.
Turn left.
Oh. Oh, so there's like a 2-hour warning. That seems like a bad place to put a gate where you have to stop right near the railroad tracks. But unless it takes me 2 hours to park this thing, I should be okay. But that is a possibility.
Right. Turn right.
I wish I was joking. But with this insomnia, who knows how I'm going to park. If I try and go for the complicated park, which I may not be given the option. Is this... Oh, this is support? I guess this is support.
It's all over.
There may not be a complicated park in here. There is. Straight ahead, but turned around. Alright, straight ahead, but turned around. Wait. I don't think that told me what I thought it told me. Wait, you want me to go in there? Oh. Oh, see, because it's got that cream-colored thing on the side. I thought, oh no, hold on. We're gonna have ourselves a countdown timer. Definitely gonna give it my all. A little too much. I should be able to correct it back though, let's see. I'm gonna try and prep this a little bit. Too much, too much, too much. Okay, Huntermon, just go straight now. Yes, I realize that you don't think I can do it, game, but I'm working on it. First try. Yes. And short one. Skilled worker. Nice. To anybody who is watching later on YouTube, I thank you for watching. This has been Euro Truck Simulator 2. I have been Huntermon, and I will see you in the future.